Hi everyone, you just caught me at the wrong time. My name's Nicola, I'm simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's great to have you, and if you are returning, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. So today I'm going to do a Flosstube video and share with you the projects I've worked on over the last 7 days. And share some statistics because we're now into June. Happy June. So I've worked on 7 projects and I've done a total of 8,500 stitches. So even though I've done slightly less stitching, it's not been by much, and I'm quite happy with those figures. For my year to date, at the end of May, we'll start with these figures because I'm quite pleased with these. My aim was to get to 206,659 stitches by the end of May to be on target for 500,000 by the year end. I actually did 210,048 stitches. Excuse me. So I should reach my aim of 500,000 stitches, if all goes to plan, by Christmas Day. But it might be a little bit earlier, who knows. Let's just see how it goes. But just moving on to this week, I have 7 items to show you. I've been a busy bunny, so let's have a look. So the first piece that I've worked on was out on a stitch with me this week, and it's this one. This is Christmas Cat, and it's a Terra Mango. It's by Geckorouge. I am largely colour completing on this, but I have put in some stitches of a different colour today because at this time, because counting, there was a risk of miscounting, so I'm putting in a second colour now to join up. It's had 1,000 stitches and it's gone from 4.64 to 7.54%, and you can clearly see there the 2 snowflakes on the cat's body coming through. It's stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count. So that's that one. Okay, so that's number 1. Don't want to put it on the floor. There. Okay. So last week I went into the office 2 days and I took a project in with me for both of those days and then mopped up the other stitches around, and I took this one. This is London, Night Orange London, Sophie Kilpatrick, Geckorouge, and this one's hit a milestone. It's gone from 4.98 to 5.8%. It's had 1,000 stitches. I did a bit of mapping on this one as well when I took it into the office. Stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count, so I filled in quite a bit here, and I also did this bit and did some mapping here. Did a bit of each both days in the office. So, but yeah, I'm pleased with how that's coming along. It is what it is, 1,000 stitches of progress. The next one I worked on came out on a chatty stitch with me this week, and it's this one. This is Pandora. Artwork is by Marta Darling and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is my only Marta Darling that I have started in my year of new starts. This one has also hit a milestone, gone from 0.97 to 1.38%, and it's had 1,000 stitches. And on this one I am colour completing pages with the exception of the black. So page 1 and 2 are complete and I'm working on completing page 3. And it's worked 1/1 full cross again on some 25 count. So this is the end of page 3, so I've got a few bits here to fill in and then move on to the next page, to page 4, to fill in. But everything here now above this line is all 310. and my plan is to do that at the very last, so I can just literally go in, fill in as I go, yeah, just sort of carry on like that. So next one I worked on was my Sunday stitch, and it's this one. This is Summer Sun. The artwork is by Leslie D. Mackenzie, and again it's the Geckorouge. This has had 1700 stitches, and it went from 2.98 to, sorry, 2.96 to 4.48%, and had spent Saturday doing Night Cafe, and when you see that you'll see, and then I come on to this one doing the same colours, so oranges, yellows, and dark reds. 1700 stitches of progress, and hopefully not be too long and I'll start to get to some colour underneath here, but it's just all sky at the moment, all sunrise or sunset or whatever it is. So speaking of Night Cafe, here is the mock-up, and this is a supersized max colour, Leonid Afremov, again charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. My biggest project. So this is now no longer on my extra stitches, but it will be on spare stitch Saturday. So if ever I get some spare stitches on a Saturday, if I'm not doing a model stitch or anything, this will come out. So I didn't make 10%, which I'm okay about. It's fine. I got to 9.6, so 9.29 to 9.6%. And I put in 3000 stitches, all in oranges, yellows, and dark reds. And here, this bit here is actually the top of a lantern. So the lantern that's in the middle of that mock-up is starting to come in. So there's going to be a lot of pale colours under here. Stitch 2 over 1 on 10th stitch on 25 count in a stepped method, and it's had 3000 stitches. So to be fair, to round out the month with that, I don't think 3000 stitches is bad. And like I said, what I'm planning to do is give it spare stitches on a Saturday when I don't have a model stitch or anything incoming. So the next one, to show you, let me just go to Chrome, is my Stitch Mania piece. So for May, in my Facebook group, I was hosted stitch along with a piece called Symphony, and it's a Michaela Lerner piece. Okay, there we go. Oh no! Okay, so my aim for Symphony was to get in 3,100 stitches, 100 stitches a day in May. Aim achieved. So I got in 3,100 stitches. I have actually now been able to load it into my spreadsheet, so it's gone from 13 to 15.81%. And it's had 700 stitches this week, and now this is my focus for a finish. So as Night Cafe has stopped with the extra stitches, it's now this one, and then it will be Christmas Cat, I think. I'm going to have a look at all my projects, but I've got a new start to do, so it could change because there's a small one in the new starts, but let's see. So yeah, 18 count, 2 over 1 full cross, 3,100 stitches across the month, 700 over the last week. No, can't have been 700. It was 600 over this past week, not 700. So I've done 8,400. Yeah, 600 stitches. But yeah, happy enough with that. So, if you're in my Simply a Stitcher and Friends Facebook group, I just like Facebook Road. Okay, yeah, so if you're in my Simply Stitcher and Friends Facebook group, if not, please do go and join, answer a couple of questions. So if you click on the events tab, events, there we go. So if you wanted to look at the items that have been submitted into the Mania one, and then we also just opened a June one. So the June bug event, there are about 72-ish people currently taking part in the June bug event. So what it is pick a piece that's to do with nature, whether it be an animal, an insect, a bird, a flower, a scene, whatever. Fantasy, reality, doesn't really matter. And the idea is pick one project and aim to do at least 100 stitches a day if you can. But some people might only do 1 stitch a day, and that be absolutely their limit, and that's fine. And some people might do 2,000 stitches a day. That is also fine. So if you join the event, you'll be able, you'll be able to see again, lots of people have joined this one, and there's been lots of pictures submitted at what they're going to do in this event. So join the group, click on the events tab, join the event, and if you post in a picture, and then going forward, if you just add on a picture underneath your post to see your progress. So for me, my June bug piece, I have picked one out of my current pieces, and given the title, I'm pretty sure it will be no surprise whatsoever that I picked this one. This is B by Lorna Laine. Hannah, will you pass me that Gecko kit as well when you come back? Charted and kitted by Geckorouge. And again, I'm pledging 100 stitches a day. I've done today's already, but I'm only counting 100. Yes. I'm only counting.
Also got a little packet.
That's fine. It's a model stitch. Yeah, it's a model stitch.
And then these stupid leaflets.
Okay, I can get rid of them.
Sorry,
Hannah's in the way. 1/1 on 25 count. So I've done yesterday's stitches, so there'll be 100 so far for the challenge. I've done today's another 100, but I haven't counted them on this week's stats. But I'm try and get this wing in, and I've been working a little bit in there. So that's my piece for June bug, and that's all the stitching. Just nipping back to Night Cafe. When I started doing my focus for extra stitches on Night Cafe, Stitch Pal was giving me an estimated finish time of 2060, and as of Saturday night, the estimated finish was the 9th of December 2040. So I'm not 20 years off the finish time. So I think in the last couple of months, 3 months since She Sleeps was done, of working on that, it really has made an impact, and it's brought that time down beautifully. Speaking of She Sleeps, I'm still waiting for her to come back. Okay, so only other thing, the other thing stitching related to share is a little bit of haul, and then talk about what's coming up on the channel this week. So I have had my Geckorouge kit come through, this one. This is Love. Artwork is by, I think it's Danny Elizabeth. Yes. Charted and kitted by Geckorouge, and it was a Gecko budgie pick. I don't wish to upset or offend anybody with what I'm about to say, so please do take this in the way it's intended. This isn't a criticism, and this could potentially just be me. So I've been receiving Geckorouge kits for quite some time now, and yes, my bee came in the candy stripe bag with the little gecko, folded down with a little gecko sticker and all the rest of it, in a cellophane and all the rest of it, and it was fine. Since I've upgraded to having my kits come in the boxes, and I like the luxury feel of the boxes. It just feels like a little bit of a treat when you're opening up a Geckorouge kit. To say I was disappointed when I received this kit is an understatement in comparison to what I've had before. So it was in a Royal Mail bag, and the kit itself has come in a bag, which is fine. But as you can see, as a result of the way it's been sent, the bag itself is crushed to death. Now, I get it that does not impact on what's inside the bag. So the kit itself has come in a candy stripe bag, unsealed, which is still okay, but it just seems a little bit odd given how Geckorouge have always been very diligent, I think is the word, as to how they package their products. But it's literally come like that. I could have picked this up out of a gift shop. And then in the pack itself, I've got all of the elements, which is fine. You know, I've got my thread cards and my thread, and it's all so beautiful. And I've got the piece of fabric that's come with it, which I won't be using because I've got a hand-dyed piece, and a budgie pick needle minder, which is great. So I've got all of the elements, and I've got everything nice, and I don't wish to sound sort of ungrateful or anything, and that really absolutely is not what I'm saying. But I think, you know, it could be me. I mean, I could possibly have been a bit spoiled by having the really nice Geckorouge kits in the boxes and all the rest of it. It just seems like the way this has been packaged is a bit of a downgrade, you know what I mean, if you see what I mean. There is a piece of ribbon as well. It was obviously tied somehow, but I don't know how, because that had also come off. It had been untied by the time it got to me. But irrespective of my thoughts, if that had been my first kit from Geckorouge, I probably would never buy another, because it just doesn't seem like the quality in terms of the packaging is there. It could be the Royal Mail's issue, because obviously it came in a bag, but then it could equally be a packaging issue. So the feedback is not for the kit itself, it's just for the way it was presented. It just doesn't seem, it's not great in the grand scheme of things. But I'm happy enough with the kit. You know, please don't get me wrong, I am happy enough with the kit. I've got that kit, I've got the lovely piece of linen for it, and I'm going to crack on with stitching it. Can you? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so what am I going to do next? Next, I have got 2 finishes for one start. So on Wednesday, when I do my stitch with me, I am going to have a new start, because I have 2 finishes. Okay, so I just wanted to remind you what they are before I spin the wheel. So there is All Is Vanity, which is the Charles Allen Gilbert kit that I got from Paine Free Crafts, the lady with the skull looking in the mirror. There is Raven's Moon, which is the kit that I was very kindly gifted. In fact, let me just grab the images of those. Bear with me. Nothing like being prepared, is there? So here is All Is Vanity. It's the kit that you guys bought me for my birthday earlier this year. That's a SQ Start Scarlet Quince one, and sorry, crinkling. I've got the SQ stitch app, but I will choose to stitch that one on paper. I'll have a go with the app, but if I don't get on with it, I've got the paper. And then there's this one, which is Raven's Moon, which is an older style Geckorouge kit. So even back then, this was packaged up lovely. So there's that. And then the other ones, there's Love, which is the one that I've just shown you, my latest Geckorouge, that one. There is this one, which is Rivendell, which I was kindly gifted. again for my birthday. This has got blends in it, so I'll be doing that on some 20 count, I would imagine. It's got quite a lot of blends in it actually. And then I added another one to this list yesterday because I was thinking about when I last went to the retreat and what I bought, and I remembered that I got a chart from Charting Creations that I'd not loaded into Pattern Keeper, and it's a seahorse. It's a watercolour seahorse. I got it about a number of years ago for my birthday. It was a birthday gift from Charting Creations, and it's not huge. Watercolour seahorse itself is less than 30,000 stitches, 27,347 to be precise. So I added that to the wheel. So if I get that, if that one is drawn, that becomes after Symphony, it does become then the focus for a finish. Possibly, depending on how much I've got left on Christmas Cat. Christmas Cat. Oh yeah, I've still got 30,000 left on Christmas Cat. Right, so we're gonna spin the wheel. The spinning wheel of doom. Hannah, are you about to come back down? Do you want to do this spin for me? Right, Hannah's going to do it in a minute. Whilst I'm waiting for her to come around and stop fanning about and what have you, let me tell you what's coming up on the channel this week. So there'll be a stitch with me with Witchy Cat. Then the new piece, whatever it is, will be stitched on again for 1,000 stitches. There will be Envy. She'll come out for some rotation stitches, and my Sunday stitch will be Van Gogh Never Met the Fellowship, the Unconventional X Stitch piece. So it would have been Magpie as well, but of course with this new start it's not. So my extra stitches or my focus for a finish will be Symphony, and then
I was sorting out my new toy.
all right, okay. So yeah, so my focus for a finish will be Symphony, and then Saturday, if I get extra stitches, no, you're gonna have to do it here. If I get extra stitches on Saturday, wait a minute, there we go. Right, go on then, Hannah. We haven't got any sound today. We normally get sounds in a cheer. And the winner is Rivendell. So I will be starting Rivendell, which I know will make one person very, very happy. So I shall be having a look at Rivendell's statistics. No, that's the wrong one. So for Rivendell Castle, it's got just another 360,000 stitches added in to the rotation. I will be doing it on some 20 count, I'm pretty sure. Let me have a look, see if I can see how wide and tall it is, because the PDF doesn't tell me. It is about 800-ish wide. 800 wide, exactly. By 450 high, I want to say. Yeah, 800 by 450. And there's a lot of blends. So yeah, loads and loads of blended colours. This one's come courtesy of Stitching Masterpieces on Etsy. And as I said, it was one of my birthday gifts. So I'm very much looking forward to starting that. Thank you very much indeed. So I have had my new model stitch come in. Not from the usual place, so it must be direct from the manufacturer, but model stitch is here. So that will be getting some stitches, and again, once I've completed that, I'll add it all in. But that's everything, guys. Just update you on weight loss. So I lost a half a pound this week. Not a lot, but a half a pound's a half a pound. and I'm still trucking along. Lauren did really, really well, lost 1.5, so she's now up to 8.5 pounds lost, and she's looking great. You know, she's got back to school today, and she's got less than a couple of weeks left. Come on, help me. She's got less than a couple of weeks left, which is a scary prospect really, because then I'll have no children in school. There we go. Gosh, they've wrapped this up well. Right, I'm going to go and fight with this model stitch, but all I'm going to say to you guys is thank you all very much indeed for watching. Thank you for taking the time to sit and watch me. Thanks for your likes, your comments, your contributions, both in the group and to the live streams. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It's really, really wonderful to know that our group is such a nice and inclusive place, and it's a place where it absolutely does not matter what your skill level is. It doesn't matter whether you're an Olympic stitcher or whether you're a tortoise and just go along at your own pace. We are all, you know, stitchers, and we will celebrate every milestone. So thank you so, so much. And if you're not watching this, please, if you're not subscribed, please do so. It is free, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe on YouTube. And if you press the notifications, then you won't miss when I upload a video or go live. So there we go. Right, I'm going to go because this is irritating me now. So thank you all very much indeed for watching, everybody. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.